Hello friends, this is Music Man from his man cave, and sometimes I say a statement and it needs a little clarification that if you own a car and it's too much money for you just to walk away from, basically scrap it, take it to the wrecking yard and dump it. Say, that's it. Say the transmission fell out or the engine fell out tomorrow. Let's talk about it right now. Hello friends, Music Man here from his man cave, and talk about having more car than you can really afford, being car poor, having a car you can't walk away from. That if you had the transmission fall out, if you had the engine blow up, you would have no choice but to have it repaired. Because guess what? You still got a payment on it, and you probably don't want to spend for a car that old. You don't want to have an extended warranty, so you can get yourself in a real mess with this. So here's what I think you should do. If you can afford a $400, $500 a month car payment, the first thing that I would do is I would save that for several months and just buy a clunker. And just bear with me. Now, that clunker, say you buy it for $1,000. Or you can get actually right now get it into a Toyota Camry. I saw a nice one on Craigslist. Had 200,000 miles and it was still running good, and the mechanic had gone through it and he won $1,200 for it. That's where I'd start. Now, while you're driving that car, you're putting the money that you could have afforded, right, for that car payment, the shiny, you're putting that money away. So you're putting away $500 a month. So $500 a month, believe it or not, in 1 year, just 1 year, 12 months, you can afford a $6,000 car. Plus, you could probably sell that car for $500. You can afford a $6,500 car. And then the same thing is start saving what you could pay for a car payment, pay it, and so make sure that you have the savings in your savings. How much that if that car got wiped out, that you could buy a car at least equivalent to that car. But then go beyond that. Keep driving that car and keep saving $500 a month. And before you know it, you probably you can go out and buy a car that's a few years old, slightly used, $15,000, $18,000. It really happens quickly. The bottom line is you want to get rid of comprehensive and collision insurance. So when something happens with a car, you don't want to feel stressed and pressured to make some stupid money decisions. Because whenever you're afraid and whenever you feel pressured, that is when you will make the biggest mistakes financially. That's when you pull out the credit card and say, fix it. No, don't do that. It's better to sell the car for scrap and walk away than to do that. So, there's hopefully some information that will help you, that will make sure that you get into the car that you can afford. It takes a lot of pressure off you. It takes a lot of fear out of your life. Basically, you don't feel like, oh no, what am I going to do now? My car is not working, or I'm in a bad situation. Always be ahead of the ball game. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure that you have that money beforehand. And then you're set to go. And then you can keep your insurance costs low, which gives you more money to save. It's the only way to live. And it's truly nice and it's peaceful. If there's anything here I said that you don't understand, ask me below, and I will tell you in more specific detail. But the bottom line is you want to drive, even if you have a shiny car, doesn't mean anything. You don't want to have to pay high insurance costs, and if the car gets wiped out, you want to have in savings and be able to pay cash for a car just like it. End of story. Now my next thing is going to be, what happened to Honda?